Communicate, listen, share, absorb. To take something that is new and use it as an experience to create new trails, roadmaps on the blank face of an atlas. The mission is one of restoring a principle cherished in theory but ignored in reality. The concept of listening. We have forgotten how to. We have forgotten how to allow ourselves to learn and use experiences to create new paths to perspectives. We have forgotten that this world is bigger than what we can see in our visions. We have become comfortable with the white noise of living contradictions, taking asylum in our everyday lives, boxing us into walls. The mission is to deconstruct these walls, dismantle them brick by brick, and create a dialogue. The kind of dialogue that begets questions more than answers until questions demand an answer. The mission is one of posing questions like mannequins, making them appealing to the eye but engaging to the mind. When was the last time that you were forced into asking yourself a question that you never knew needed an answer? The mission is to inspire, to challenge preconceived notions and create community when unity is considered optional. We seek to dismantle the obstacles that creates this division. We seek to show the people that art is nothing less than a spark leading the fire, and our questions and willingness to seek answers will be the gasoline. So tonight, we will set a blaze, ignite the movement, and clear paths that will guide us and allow us to more effectively communicate, share, listen, and absorb. This is our mission.
Good afternoon. I'm Ekua, artist, designer, mass art grad, and proud Roxbury resident.
I'm Judith, designer, engineer, and professor of industrial design at Mass Art.
And I'm Sabrina, industrial design junior at Mass Art. A year ago, I received an email about a Kresge grant proposal. In that email, I was asked to spend a weekend thinking about cost, material, and manpower for something called an ArtMobile. And at the time, I was a sophomore, so it was a completely overwhelming but exciting opportunity. So I directed them towards Judith. And now, about a full year later, we represent a team retrofitting a vehicle for art and design experiences in Mission Hill and Lower Roxbury.
The idea was to consult the community and to get their input and to ask them to imagine what an ArtMobile could be.
This input would provide the van with a powerful presence. Understanding what people thought about it and how they would use it would directly inform its interior structure and its exterior appearance, making it easy to use and instantly recognizable.
The idea was for the ArtMobile to be flexible, kind of like a transformer, something that could morph itself into whatever it needed to be and roam the neighborhood with exciting and empowering art and design experiences.
And of course, people were excited about a vehicle that can make art, design, and culture come alive outside the walls of an institution or organization.
This van could also bring Mass Art's institutional presence down to a more human scale. It would be visible, present at the street level, like a neighbor in our neighborhood.
So let me introduce our neighborhood and Mass Art. Mass Art is the only public freestanding college of art and design in the U.S. It is surrounded by several other medical and educational institutions in an area in a city where the real estate is prime and the local demographics is a diverse group of cultures spanning a broad social and economic range.
Our neighborhood has a strong African American presence and an Irish and German history, an infusion of Somalis and Dominicans and Haitians, new immigrants from all over. Our neighborhood is rich and vibrant. The story of Mission Hill and Lower Roxbury is a unique one, but it has a familiar pattern, that of working class neighborhoods and large institutions who sometimes compete for space, for viability, and for turf.
And of course, Mass Art has a strong belief in community access to the arts, and this is primarily done through the Center for Art and Community Partnerships. So keeping this value in mind, we needed to make sure we put the ArtMobile to best use and remained a good neighbor. So we used these 3 guidelines to drive our process. The first one, extend and accept invitations. The second one, honor shared resources. And the third one, nurture connections and relationships.
So the first one, extend and accept invitations, meant that we needed to be approachable. We needed to introduce ourselves and get to know our neighbors. And we also needed to show up in the life and culture of the community. We started this process by designing a series of focus groups in collaboration with our community partners in their spaces. We invited local artists, business leaders, teenagers, college students, teachers, and we asked them, what does art and design mean to you? We got great answers, lots of answers, and some unexpected questions. For instance, have it be like an ice cream truck with a theme song so we can hear it when it's coming.
Can it bring our seniors to bingo night on Tuesday?
We want a roll-out stage with guerrilla theater on the street corner.
And of course, we were asked if we could bring groceries.
We also conducted one-on-one with our community partners in their space to experience where they work, the goals of their organization, and how they interacted in the neighborhood. It gave them a unique opportunity to just express what they thought this ArtMobile could do. And when talking to an organization, Design Studio for Social Intervention, they just said that by having the vehicle in the neighborhood, it would provide a unique focal point for the kids to hang out. Granted, we could have redesigned this van in a garage over the weekend, but we wanted to take time, and also provide meals, of course. But we wanted to take the time to listen to our neighbors and get it right. We were dreaming and creating together.
And in the same spirit, we've attended events that our local partners have held, like ABCD's Immigration Celebration and Sociedad Latina's Party for Graduating Seniors. And of course, we've spent time within the community eating at places like Lily's Pasta, JP Licks, and Crispy Dough Pizza.
So once we met, we needed to then understand and listen. So that gave us to this guideline, honored shared resources. Everyone has something to contribute. There were loads of great ideas and information, some consistent and some contrasting. As we reviewed the research, we realized that there were some pretty awesome activities already happening in our neighborhood, but by the same token, some areas where this van could collaborate and expand on these activities. Based on the size of the van and our available resources, we knew that we had limitations, and we needed to be clear about this. But we wanted our community to feel connected to this van, to be able to call upon it like a neighbor.
So this brings us to our last guideline, nurture connections and relationships, and by being friends. So we mean friends, real friends, not Facebook friends. And at this time, we were invited to be part of the Mission Hill Little League Parade, one of the most looked forward to events of the spring season. This project was driving us into the community and inspiring interaction with our neighbors in new ways. And when speaking to Mash, resident in the area and owner of Butterfly Coffee, we discussed how many college students never really view the area as their community and only really view it as a temporary living space.
Amidst all of these community invitations, we extended an invitation of our own to an event entitled Under Construction, Community-Driven Design in the ArtMobile. This was our opportunity to share the research we had done to date, to bring all of our focus group attendees back to Mass Art to talk about the research. The Retrospit and design team was able to show how they were using their input to drive their ideas. We also gave people an opportunity to see the van, to sit in it, to open the doors, to sit behind the wheel. And one team summed it up beautifully when she said, "The ArtMobile is small, but it has a big heart," reminding us that good things come in small packages.
So at this point, we were able to agree on a clear mission for the van, its purpose. The following categories will give us a guideline for future programming for the van. So first is youth outreach, inspiring the young, providing a venue for spoken word performance, and collaborating on other existing events. We also want to celebrate our elders through social and civic engagements. This would also be able to allow us to do an outdoor public screening of the film Mission Hill, The Miracles of Boston, or other events that also show our community history and celebrates their living presence. Then the van would have street presence, live on the corner, be accessible, create excitement about the new events. And then, of course, art and design workshops, from printmaking to collaborative art projects in the neighborhood. And then finally, lifestyle services. Bring together designers like female designers for footwear that would share their experience and encourage young females to pursue design careers. So this is pretty much what we have to work with now. And we are so ready to start the transformation. We have an opportunity here today to deliver an event outside, and with that feedback and also experiencing the interior structure of the van, we're able to propose a final design for the interior.
This project has been challenging, to say the least. It's always been inspirational, but it's also been richly rewarding. What we plan to do as we continue our work is to keep our 3 guidelines in mind: extend and accept invitations,
and honor shared resources,
and nurture connections and relationships by being friends. And throughout this process, we knew we needed to give the van a name and an exterior presence, something distinct and unique that would better represent the experiences it would create. So after brainstorming exercises and branding exercises, we realized that the only way to make this decision was to go back to the neighborhood.
So we went back out and did a neighborhood survey with the names that we had put together. We went to the local hair salon, the local pizza joint, and the ice cream parlor, and spoke with anyone on the street who had a moment to share. We got great feedback, thoughtful responses, and in the end, consensus.
So, where are we now? We're here at TEDxBoston, sharing our process with you. And through our collaboration, we and our community are proud to introduce Spark, igniting art and design in the neighborhood. And Spark is community-driven. Thank you.